after the disaster that was the Suicide Squad game, mentioning Batman triggers all sorts of thoughts among fans. For those who don't know, Warner Bros. Montreal, the studio behind Gotham Knights and Arkham Origins, was working on a new Batman title. Some images from the canceled project have just surfaced online. As we all know, the Batman Arkham Saga stands as one of the most iconic and influential video game franchises ever created. More than just superhero games, these titles set a gold standard for storytelling, gameplay, and character development in the gaming world. Developed primarily by Rocksteady Studios, the series delivered an experience that truly made players feel like the Dark Knight, blending brutal combat, stealth tactics, detective work, and a richly immersive Gotham City. It all began in 2009 with Batman Arkham Asylum, where Batman is lured into a sinister trap by the Joker inside the notorious psychiatric hospital. With fluid combat mechanics, a haunting atmosphere, and an unforgettable story, the game redefined expectations for superhero titles. In 2011, Batman Arkham City expanded the scope, giving players a sectioned-off part of Gotham turned into a lawless prison city. The stakes were higher, the map was larger, and the narrative deeper, introducing a gallery of villains and a shocking ending that left fans speechless. 2 years later, Batman Arkham Origins arrived, developed by WB Games Montreal. Though not from Rocksteady, this prequel explored a younger, more aggressive Batman on the rise, hunted by deadly assassins on Christmas Eve. It provided emotional insight into his early encounters with the Joker and laid important groundwork for the series' mythology. Building on its rich narrative, Arkham Origins also deepened the emotional complexity of Bruce Wayne's transformation into the legend he would become. The strained relationship with Alfred, the moral dilemmas surrounding justice and vengeance, and the psychological chess match with a newly introduced Joker, all added layers to Batman's character. While often underrated compared to its Rocksteady counterparts, the game delivered standout boss battles, an atmospheric winter setting, and a hauntingly memorable score, solidifying its place as a vital and compelling chapter in the Arkham legacy. The saga concluded with Batman Arkham Knight in 2015, offering a fully explorable Gotham and the debut of the Batmobile as a playable feature. Though divisive in some aspects, the game pushed boundaries in graphics and storytelling, delivering a bold and emotionally charged finale to Bruce Wayne's journey. In addition to its stunning visuals and expansive open world, Arkham Knight excelled in its exploration of identity, fear, and sacrifice. The dynamic between Batman and the Scarecrow introduced a psychological tension unlike anything seen before in the series, while the presence of the mysterious Arkham Knight added layers of intrigue and personal conflict. The game's narrative masterfully balanced action with introspection, culminating in a finale that challenged the very essence of what it means to be Batman, not just for Bruce, but for Gotham itself. Now let's talk about what this new Batman game could have been like. Details are scarce, but according to leaks, the game was codenamed Project Sabbath and was meant to be a direct sequel to Arkham Knight, making it the 5th title in the Arkham universe. Former studio artist Rodrigue Pralier shared concept art from the game, sparking the imagination of fans worldwide. These images revealed that Damian Wayne, the son of Bruce Wayne and Talia al Ghul, would have been the main protagonist, with Bruce appearing as an older, mentor-like figure. Killer Croc also showed up with a striking new design, though some of the models seem to reuse temporary assets from Arkham Origins. Although Warner Bros. Montreal remains part of the company, it's unclear why Project Sabbath was cancelled, nor whether another studio might pick up the idea in the future. With Warner recently closing several of its development teams and shifting its strategy for the gaming division, the future remains uncertain. Even if Project Sabbath never sees the light of day, it's fascinating to get a glimpse of what might have been. And as Warner has publicly stated that it plans to focus on key franchises like Harry Potter and Batman moving forward, one question still echoes in the Batcave. Will we ever see the Dark Knight return in a game worthy of his legacy? Now, I'd like to take a moment in this video to share some sad news for racing game fans. More specifically, for those who love the iconic Need for Speed franchise. It seems that instead of picking up speed, Need for Speed might have to slam on the brakes. The future of the series appears to be hanging by a thread. According to Matthew Everingham, a contributor to the automotive culture website Speed Hunters, Electronic Arts has reportedly shelved Need for Speed, which led to the termination of funding for the site. Speed Hunters hasn't been updated since April 2025. Although it operated independently, the project was financed by Electronic Arts as part of a promotional ecosystem tied to the Need for Speed franchise. The lack of updates raised many questions about the current status of the series. With Electronic Arts now fully focused on Battlefield 6, it's safe to assume that Need for Speed may have been put on hold. So far, the company has not made any official statements. This marks yet another turbulent chapter for the franchise. Between 2015 and 2019, the series went through a rough patch with the releases of Need for Speed Payback and Need for Speed Heat, both of which failed to meet expectations and struggled to capture the attention of both critics and fans. On the other hand, the most recent title, NFS Unbound, developed by Criterion Games in partnership with Codemasters, received a warmer reception. However, its sales fell short, which stalled plans for a quick sequel. In September 2023, Criterion was moved under the EA Entertainment division, where it began directly supporting the development of Battlefield 6. At the time, there were still discussions about a new Need for Speed game, but throughout 2024 and 2025, attention shifted entirely toward the new shooter, leaving the racing series in the rearview mirror. Still, Electronic Arts publicly stated that it hasn't abandoned the franchise. The company declared its intention to bring it back in new and exciting ways, though it didn't confirm whether a new game is currently in development. To make matters worse, Need for Speed Rivals will shut down its online support on October 7, 2025, after 12 years. While the offline mode will remain available, all online features, including multiplayer, will be discontinued. With no new titles currently announced, all signs point to the series entering yet another hiatus. And that was today's video. If you're a fan of Batman or Need for Speed, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any gaming content. I'm working hard to grow this channel and constantly improve its quality. So if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. I'd love to read them. Thank you so much for watching until the end. All the best, and I'll see you in the next video.